Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. Today we're going to be having a look at Cardano. But before we get into Cardano, I must declare that this video is not financial advice. This video is strictly for educational purposes and entertainment. So today we're going to be having a look at a few things. The first thing is Cardano itself. What is Cardano? The next thing will be a price prediction at its current price and where I think it will be in the next few months to the next few years. We'll also be doing a price analysis as well, taking a look at the price from the last few months and the last few years to make a proper determination of where it could go in the future. But the first thing we got to understand is Cardano. For everyone who don't understand what Cardano is, here's a simplified explanation. So one of the most interesting things to understand is that Cardano is one of the biggest cryptocurrencies by market cap. It's designed to be flexible, sustainable, and scalable blockchain platform for running smart contracts, which will allow the development of a wide range of decentralized finance apps, new crypto tokens, games, and more. The most important part of that, I think, was decentralized finance apps, new crypto tokens, games, and more. This is amazing in itself. This means that there can be game development that are carried out, new cryptos development that are carried out, and decentralized finance apps that are carried out. Now, Cardano itself is a proof-of-stake blockchain platform, which means that a Cardano token can actually be staked. The first to be founded on peer review research and developed through events-based methods. It combines pioneering technologies to provide an unparalleled security and sustainability to decentralized applications, systems, and associates. With a leading team of engineers, Cardano exists to redistribute powers from unaccountable structures to the margin, to individuals, and to be enable force for positive change and progression. Now, a key thing to understand is how exactly Cardano works. Now, Cardano's goal is to be the most environmental, sustainable blockchain platform. It uses a unique proof-of-stake consensus mechanism called Ouroboros, and opposed to the energy-intensive proof-of-work system currently used by Bitcoin and Ethereum. In other words, this proof-of-work system is basically how you can mine Bitcoin and Ethereum by having a lot of computers and graphics card do the heavy lifting, but in turn you have to use a lot of electricity. And a lot of people see this as damaging to the environment. Now, to be honest, I believe that this is actually pushing a lot of industries and crypto mining companies to mine Bitcoin and Ethereum in more sustainable ways, because this actually reduces the cost for those companies. You know, a lot of cryptocurrency companies, they actually go to places that are extremely cheap in electricity, places that are also extremely cold, so you don't have to waste money on keeping your facilities at low temperatures. But if you have solar panels, wind turbines, and other ways to supply renewable energy, that actually brings down the cost for your company up by a lot, which means that you get to mine cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum for a much lower price. And to be honest, if you could only use solar power energy after you've paid for your solar panels, you basically be mining cryptocurrencies for free. This includes after you've paid for the cost of the graphics card and the facilities and stuff like that. These costs will come down over time because they will naturally pay for themselves as they mine cryptocurrency. But in the long run, you'll be able to mine cryptocurrencies for free if your energy is indeed for free. Now, on the other hand, Cardano is proof of stake. Rather than using a network of miners racing to solve a puzzle, which is what Bitcoin and Ethereum does to be basic, proof of stake uses a network of invested participants called validators. Instead of contributing a processing power to secure the network and verify transactions as miners do, validators stake their own Cardanos. And this makes everything even more interesting. So that was just a quick introduction to Cardano itself. I just wanted everyone to understand what Cardano is before we get into a price analysis. So let's take a look at Cardano a year ago. A year ago, back in the middle of July, where we are now in 2021, Cardano price was actually at 0.12 US cents. 12 US cents, right? This is less than a quarter of a dollar. So this is quite interesting because if you go back even further, when you go back further like 2019, late 2019, you're looking at Cardano price at around 0.04 US cents. Considering where Cardano was at its all-time high, Cardano was doing extremely well above $2. Needless to say, a lot of people make a lot of money in terms of their investments return. But one of the reasons why Cardano didn't go higher is mainly because of its huge supply. You have to understand Cardano is extremely useful. It's very much like Ethereum, but more sustainable. Now, Cardano has a huge supply. We're talking over 45 million tokens. Now, Cardano has a huge supply. We're talking over 45 billion token in max supply. Total supply is 32.8 billion. And current circulating supply, which is the supply that are only available to be bought and sold and traded, it sits at roughly, just exact actually, 32 billion. When the supply of a commodity is high, the price will be low. When the supply of a commodity is low, the price will be high. It's the Bitcoin effect. You know, Bitcoin has a low supply, so the price is usually very high compared to something like Cardano. But if Bitcoin supply was the same as Cardano, you can guarantee that Bitcoin would not be worth like 35 grand that it probably is worth right now. Supply and demand is a big thing in cryptocurrency, and in a lot of money making investments, supply and demand is huge. So let's take a look at Cardano even closely. As we can see, I think the first really impressive move of Cardano was back in February this year, actually, the 11th of February. Cardano, it just 94 US cents. 94 US cents actually. It got really close to the dollar. And then obviously just for a few days, obviously the price was hovering in and around 90 cents. But after that, it's fair to say that Cardano went on a huge bull run. And this is where things started to get really interesting for Cardano. Because first, obviously it went from around 90 cents, 93 cents. And then it went up to around $1.18. This was impressive for first because Cardano, for the first time in a long time, Cardano hit $1. And this was huge for Cardano. And the amazing thing is that it actually went down briefly, but then it rose once again to $1.47. And obviously, it kept on doing well for a brief period of time. Around March to April, it kept on doing really well, went up to around $1.54. But after this is when Cardano really showed the people that it's more than just a competitor. Cardano actually dropped down to around $1.14. And this is where things really started to change. Cardano had a massive bull run almost overnight in a matter of a few days. It went from around $1.16 to around $2.04, and that was extremely impressive. The sad thing is obviously this was the 16th of May, but the sad thing is that it didn't last for very long. From the 16th of May to the 23rd of May, it fell down quite a bit, and this was just in a matter of a week or so. But impressively, it took its time to rose up like a damn phoenix, and then obviously it fall from grace. But overall, this was good. This proved to people that Cardano could more than just hit $1. It could hit $2, and most definitely it will hit $3 in the future. Now, needless to say, I don't think Cardano is going to hit $3 this year. That's a bold statement. I think some people will disagree with that quite instantly, but you have to understand Cardano hitting $2.40 was impressive on its own, and I think Cardano could indeed. That's putting a lot of big expectation on Cardano, and I don't think it's necessarily fair, because you have to remember Cardano has a huge supply. Now, since the 22nd of June until now, the 14th of July, Cardano has been doing really steadily. Price points have been doing really steadily. Now, I wouldn't call this necessarily stable. I mean, if it was stable, then this is stable in a good way, because it went from around $1.20 to around $1.45, 46 cents, and that was quite impressive on its own. So if you want to call that stable, I guess you could in some retrospect, but I think as far as stability goes, I think this is the best you can hope for in the world of Cardano. In the event that it does dip below $1, I think a lot of people are going to buy that up really quickly, which means that the price is just going to rise again above $1. So you have to watch this thing closely, because obviously Cardano is a sleeping giant. Now, given time, Cardano will do extremely well. Now, let's talk about the next few weeks. Obviously, we're in the middle of July, so coming towards the end of July, going into August, it would be really interesting to see where Cardano goes from here. So like I said, I think it's going to start to stabilize. I don't know if you'd call this stable. Obviously, like I said, it rose. It had some huge highs and a little bit of a dip right there. But nevertheless, it's going to start stabilizing. We're going to see more of this resistance. We're going to see it going down, possibly closer to $1. But obviously, I do think it's going to rise back up once again to $1.50. And that's quite impressive before the end of this year. So I think for the next couple of weeks towards the end of July, you can expect Cardano to definitely rise again, possibly to $1.40. But it will also dip close to $1. I don't think it will go beyond $1, but it will get really close, because the closer it gets to $1 is the more people will invest, because people just see that as a great buying price. It's a tremendous buying price, and not many people are going to give up that opportunity. So that's what you can expect for the next couple of weeks, which I think is possible. The only thing that I think is not possible is for Cardano to hit $3 by the end of this year. In order for Cardano to hit $3, the entire market would have to have a huge confidence swing in terms of like a bull run, another huge bull run. That would have to be even better than the one we've had previously this year. And each major bull run from 2017 to early 2018 and to late 2020 to early 2021, we've seen them consistently. And this is what I rely on, because people will doubt cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Cardano, and then it will prove everyone wrong. So this is what I'm hoping for the next few weeks for Cardano. Obviously, I've already gave my prediction, but for the next few years of Cardano, you can expect big things. It will definitely hit $5 eventually, but I think we're at least 2 to 3 years away from seeing that. But the next major bull run, $5, easily smash. In fact, we should be talking about Cardano hitting $10 in the next 3 to 4 years, 3 to 5 years, whichever the latter. But it was really great making this video. This has been a price prediction and price analysis video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Subscribe to see more. And if you found this video interesting, let me know. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to leave a like